Citizenship by descent for Filipino kids. Do you have biological children in the Philippines, and are you an Australian man? The best thing you can do for them is to apply for Australian Citizenship by Descent for them, and they will have all the same rights as any other Australian citizen. This is their birthright, and you should do it as soon as you can. Now, citizenship or partner visa. Most people probably know that you can include the dependent child of your wife, fiance or partner as secondary applicants in a partner visa or a prospective marriage visa application. Now, this includes biological children of yours if you wish, but seriously, why would you? Citizenship is not only a better option, it happens to be cheaper than applying for the child as a secondary applicant to a partner visa application. Considerably cheaper. Now, advantages. Okay, child is an Australian citizen. The child doesn't need a visa to Australia, ever. The child can travel on an Australian passport. The child is under no obligation to travel to Australia before a deadline, no deadlines at all, and cheaper application. Disadvantages? None that I can think of. Now, requirements for Citizenship by Descent application. So first and foremost, one biological parent must be an Australian citizen, and they must have been an Australian citizen at the time of the birth. This isn't retrospective. You can't go back and bestow citizenship on kids born beforehand if you happen to have not always been an Australian citizen. And you must actually be the biological father of the child. Now, doing the noble and chivalrous thing of claiming paternity of a child you didn't actually father, well, it can't be done and must not be done. In the Philippines, that's also illegal, and you will end up with a long-term problem at the stroke of a pen if you do sign the paternity section of the birth certificate, which you will live to regret. Now, I don't knock an Aussie bloke for wanting to do that. It's not easy for single mums in the Philippines. Many remain single because local men often don't want to marry them, and those who do don't always accept the children that were fathered by another man. They can end up on the outer in a new family, and being illegitimate still carries a social stigma here. I mean, kids should have dads, I believe that, and I absolutely take my hat off to any decent Aussie man who is willing to do that. However, the law is very clear, and citizenship requires the child to be biologically descended from an Australian. Now, how would they know, if you're thinking of being clever? DNA tests. Now look, they don't often ask for this, but they can. And if they do so, you will definitely be caught out if you are not the biological dad. And evidence at the time of conception. Now, if you were sitting back in Australia at the time of conception and the Filipino lady was in the Philippines, well, logic tells you that you can't possibly be the biological father. Again, don't try to be clever, because it is their job to catch you out if you're not being honest with them. So what do they need to see? Basically, they need to see that one of the biological parents, look, it's normally the father in our experience, is an Australian citizen, and that the child is the child of that relationship. In other words, the biological child of the Filipino mum on the application. And they need a paper trail of evidence and documentation to back this up. So please contact us, let us know, and we can organise an application for you, and your child or children will gain all the benefits of being fully fledged Australian citizens just like you. Thank you. This video was brought to you by Down Under Visa, who specialise in visas for Australian Filipino couples. Please visit our website and complete a free visa assessment form, and please watch some of our other videos. Thank you.